on guys, so today I'm doing a quick review for BornPrettyStore.com. What I'm going to be reviewing for you guys today is a UV builder gel and a UV top coat. So I picked out this in clear, and then the UV top coat is this one here. You do need a UV lamp to cure these items, so if you're interested in these and starting UV gel or anything along those lines, they do have kits. This is one of the kits you can choose from, with a builder gel and then the UV top coat. They have other ones that come with 3 different colors of gel, and then they have them sold separately. For this one, it was $11.81, and then that was free shipping. So I'm going to actually be reviewing both of these products kind of at the same time, and I'll walk you guys through as I'm working with them kind of how I use the product. So I just wanted to say thank you to the Born Pretty store for sending me these items and for allowing me to do the review. I'm going to be using an 18-watt UV lamp. That's what you see here in the background, and I'm also going to be using a gel brush, which is a little different than an acrylic brush. I'm also going to be using 91% alcohol to get rid of the dispersion layer or the tacky layer once we cure the gel, and then just a clean wipe to do so. So I'm going to go ahead and get started into the actual nail design. I'm not going to do anything too in-depth. What I'm checking more for is the curing time on this and how well it sets up. So when they sent me the product, they sent it in this nice bubble mailer here, and then they also had it wrapped up in this thick foam. So when it arrived perfectly fine. There was no damage done to the product whatsoever, so I do appreciate them taking the time to wrap that up and send it nicely. So the UV gel top coat looks like this. It has a brush, and you would just apply this after you were done applying your builder gel. A builder gel is different than an actual gel polish. It's thicker in consistency, and you use it to actually build up the nail or to add a nail overlay, and then it's sealed. So I'm going to go ahead and open this off camera. I'm going to give it a quick stir. Depending on the type of UV gel you have, you usually stir them prior to use, and then because all of the stuff inside may have separated, some of them will have warnings on the side that tell you not to stir it. So it just depends on the brand you have. I've already read the warnings on this one, and it does not have the warning not to stir it, so I'm going to, just to make sure that everything is well incorporated and that my setup time is going to be as nice as possible. So I'm going to go ahead and set everything up, and then I'll be right back. So all I've done with this is I've done a quick buff on the nail, and that's just to prepare the nail bed for the adhesion of the gel. Depending on your gel brand, some will have you put a base gel on. If yours does not come with a base gel, you would just prep your nail by removing all dead skin and lightly buffing. You would then use your primer of choice and maybe alcohol or a dehydrator prior to the primer. So because this is a practice nail, I'm going to skip those steps, but I did buff this just to make sure that my gel is going to stick. So I'm going to start out by taking this. I'm just going to get a small amount on my brush, and you can see that it's very thick, which is good because it's going to be able to stick when I apply it. So I'm just going to take that, and I'm going to start by doing a very thin coat. Your first coat is always going to be very thin, and you're going to take it all the way up to the cuticle, and then you're going to pull it straight down, and again you're keeping that extremely thin, and you're just going to cap the ends, and then you're going to cure that for 1 to 2 minutes depending on your gel. I'm going to do a minute. At this point, we're going to start to build up our design. So what we're going to do is we're going to take our gel again, and we're just going to dip in, and we're going to grab a small amount, and we're going to apply a layer, but this time it's going to be slightly thicker than the last one, but we're still keeping it thin. And you're just going to start by brushing on. And again, you're going to cap. I'm going to set that off to the side, and you're going to grab your whatever design you're going to work with. So I'm going to start by doing a glitter mix, and I'm going to apply these Hello Kitty decals. So I'm just going to pick one of those. So I have the Hello Kitty head there. And I'm just going to place that kind of randomly. And you can place this over the glitter if you want. I'm choosing to put it down before. Either way works fine. And I'm just going to use a clean orange wood stick, and I'm just going to use that to place that where I want it. I'm also going to take my glitter mix, and this is a raw glitter mix, meaning that there is just glitter in this. And this one's actually a flocking powder mix that I got in a swap. And you're just going to start touching down with the brush. I'm using a separate brush. And you're just going to apply that. You're just going to kind of push that down so that it gets into the actual glitter. You don't have to do it that way, but that's the way I do it. I'm going to take that same clean orange wood stick, and I'm going to clean around the edges to make sure that I don't have any gel that has seeped down into the cuticle area or any glitter any place that I don't want it. So at this point I'm going to go ahead and cure again, and I'm going to cure for a full 2 minutes at this point. Quick tip, if you're working with gel, when you have your light on, you want to make sure you pull your gel and your brush away from the light. And I'll be right back. I'm going to pull out the nail, and I'm going to use a fluffy brush, and I'm just going to sweep off any excess that might be on the top. And then I'm going to take my UV gel again. I'm going to grab another small amount. And this time I'm just going to float it over the entire nail because I want to add another layer of decoration. So again, I'm going to start that by pushing it down. I'm going to push it back to the cuticle and then pull forward. Push that back to the cuticle without touching and pull forward. And you're just building up your layers at this point. So I'm going to cap that off. And this is not my final layer yet, but I'm still trying to keep it as smooth as possible. So I'm going to go ahead and set that down. And I'm going to add a few hearts. So I've pulled the nail out after its last cure, and this time I'm going to build up the actual shape of the nail itself. So I'm going to start out by applying a slightly thicker coat than before of gel. I'm going to grab a fairly good amount. I'm going to place that down, starting at the back, and I'm going to pull it forward. And at this time, I'm starting to actually shape my nail, so I'm going to keep in mind that I want it thickest at the stress point, and I don't want the tip too thick. If you find that you need some extra thickness in one area, like your stress point, you can take your gel with a little tail. I'm sorry, let me come closer. You can take your gel with a little tail, and you're just going to grab it and start pulling back and forth in the area that you need to build up. And then again, I'm going to take my tail, touch down, and pull to build up that center. Now, gel does have a natural leveling quality to it, so even if it's bumpy, if you give it a minute or you turn it over, it'll start to form on its own. So you can always turn it over to make it more even or give it a moment, but you need to make sure that before you stick it into the light that you're constantly cleaning, because once that light hits it, there's no going back. Once you've taken this out of the light, it should be completely dry at this point, depending on how thick you did it and how strong your UV lamp is. If you're working with just a 9-watt UV lamp, you will probably have to add extra time to the cure. This is just an estimate on how long it takes, and every product's a little different and every light's a little different, so you need to kind of work with it and adjust it from there. But now that you've taken this out, it's completely cured, but it is sticky on the top, and what that is that's the dispersion layer on from the gel curing. And so what you're going to do is you're just going to clean cotton round, and I'm just going to add some alcohol. That's all that I put on there, and you're just going to set that on there, and you're going to take that off, and it should come off fairly easy. And you're just going to remove all that stickiness, including the tip on that. And then, as you can tell, it's completely dry. So at this point, what you're going to do is you're going to file, shape, and buff your nail, and then you're going to add your top coat. So I'm going to go ahead and file and shape this, and then I'll be right back. Okay guys, so I went ahead and filed and shaped the nail. All I'm going to do now is apply the top coat here, the UV gel top coat. And again, when you're applying top coat, just like when you're applying gel, you're going to want to make sure that you do not touch the cuticles, because that can cause lifting. And you're just going to start at the back, and you're going to apply it just like any other fingernail polish, making sure that you cap the sides and the back. So once I have that on, I'm going to go ahead and pop it into my light, and I'll be right back. Hi guys, so this is the final step. Once you've applied your UV top coat, this one is not a tack-free top coat, so what that means is there's going to be a sticky layer on there. So again, you're just going to take your cotton round and some alcohol, and you're going to remove that dispersion layer. If you do this and it comes out cloudy, then you did not cure the UV gel enough, or the UV top coat enough, and you just need to reapply and set it in for longer. Now, I did do 3 minutes on the top coat. I probably didn't need to, but that's just I usually do that with any top coat, and that's just to ensure that it's going to cure completely, because there's nothing worse than getting to an end of a nail and it not working. So there's my final nail. I hope you guys enjoyed this tutorial. If you have any questions, go ahead and leave them down below. I have no complaints with the product. The UV top coat went on very smoothly. It came out very shiny. Hopefully you guys can see that. The dispersion layer came off easily. The cure time was right in par with any of my other UV top coats. The gel builder, as far as the clear one goes, it worked great. The thickness of the actual viscosity of the gel itself was easy to work with. It wasn't too runny to where it was going to run all over the place, but it was also thin enough to where you could actually work it. So overall, this is a very good product. If you're interested in starting out in gels, this might be the way to go, because it gives you your UV gel builder plus your UV gel top coat to play with. Like I said, they do have other kits there. You can get 3 bottles of these. I believe it was like $15 for 3 of these, and they have them in the 3 different colors, so the pink, white, and clear. I personally just work with clear, but everybody, to each their own. So like I said, if you guys have any questions, go ahead and leave them down below, and I'll try to answer them as best I can. I'll leave the link to this item down below for you guys, and thank you again to BornPrettyStore for sending me these items to review. I really did enjoy doing the review. I haven't done gels in a while, so it was nice to get back to that. So as always, thank you guys for watching. You guys have a great day.